Hey, Coach, what do you have to do to beat Pitt tomorrow night that you failed to do or your team couldn't do in the first game?
Well, we got to do a lot better job rebounding the ball. They just destroyed us on the glass. We can't let them score the ball close to the basket like they did last time. Do a better job transition defense.
Maybe a stronger finish.
I mean, those three things I just told you are the reason we didn't finish strong.
They got Gibbs back. What's he give him that he didn't have before?
Perimeter shooting. You know, they only attempted 6 threes against us, and I think they took 7 a game after that. You know, so I think their whole focus was to really put pressure on the rim. He gives them perimeter shooting.
After the last one, you talked about how Pitt had outmanned you guys. How do you beat a team that outmanned you? What do you have to do?
We've got to do a better job blocking them out. You know, we can't. What do we give up? 18 offensive rebounds. I think 18 offensive rebounds, scored 42 points in the paint. We can't do that.
Against Notre Dame, you guys had your best second half of the season by making open shots. And you've stressed that all season. Do you think the team's turned the corner now and making open shots in these games?
Every day's a new day, man. I don't know. I mean, I hope so. We shot a little bit better in practice.
Coach Dennis had a really good game for you guys against Pitt before. Given that, do you expect Pitt to pay a lot more attention to him when he's in there? And if they do, what could that do for the other guys?
Well, I think McGee's one of the best, probably one of the best post defenders in our league. And you know, it's just not him. They've got size. You know, they bring guys in off the bench with great size. So I don't think they're going to change a whole lot for guys.
What's Gilbert Brown bring them? I know he likes to go to the glass and do things. He's a versatile player, isn't he?
You know, they can play him at 3, they can play him at 4. You know, he can guard a 3, he can guard a 4, he's a 4 who can really lay it on the floor. You know, between him and Robinson, they've got probably the 2 best penetrators, you know, with the ball at the 4 position. So both of those guys give them just great ability to penetrate the ball from the 4 position.
Looked like in that game before, a lot of second shots is where they got you in the second half. They missed the first one, crash the glass, and get the ball and score.
Well, that penetration.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 42 points in the paint. You're rebounding really well offensively. 18 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's just way too many. We're not going to beat anybody giving up 18 offensive rebounds.
How does Jamie's defensive philosophy differ from yours? Both defensive-minded coaches, you seem to play switch defenses.
They don't have to push the ball out as far as we do because they've got so much better size inside. You know, they basically guard probably a step beyond the 3-point line and in. You know, we have to push people further because we've had a real bad lack of size in the post. You know, you've got to do what your personnel dictates that you do. And I think McGee's been underappreciated, certainly not by Jamie and the people in their program, but I think the people on the outside. We get 3 post-ups that we normally score on, and he blocks 3 of them from off the ball. We lose by 6.
When you look at the Notre Dame game and some of the other Big East games that your team has played better, and one of the common things is that Missoula's got into the basket and scored some easy ones. Is that a byproduct of people making shots and freeing the lane up for him, or is he opening up jump shots by attacking the lane in those games?
Well, you can't drive it when everybody's standing in the lane, so you know, I think when we make perimeter shots, that certainly opens things up for Joe. If we can't get it opened up for him, there's not anywhere to penetrate. You know, when you got McGee and Robinson and those guys standing in there, plus a whole bunch of other guys that have shot blocking ability. You know, we start second half trying to post Joe, and they make plays off the ball that not a lot of people in our league make. I didn't have to worry about my guards getting beat when I had Kenyon. You know? It kind of changes what you have when you have somebody back there who protects the goal the way he does.
Is there anything you say about the seniors? I know, I mean, it's an every year thing with the new class and everything. Did you tell anything about these guys, group of guys now? Hey, this is it. This is your final stretch.
I tell them that all the time. I mean, because it is. I mean, I have always tried to be really honest with our guys, you know, about everything. You know, about where we are, where we stood, what we need to do. You know. There were times when people said, "Are you putting pressure on them?" Putting pressure on them, telling them the truth. You know, and I think I know when I was a player, I wanted to know. You know, I wanted to know what we needed to do. You know, I think those guys have been around long enough to know that I am honest with them, and I do expect more from them. I mean, you should. They should know more. They've been in situations that these other guys haven't been in multiple times, and so they should be able to react to them.
When you look at the 3 games they lost, is there a common thread that you see with St. John's or Tennessee or Notre Dame that caused them to lose a game?
Notre Dame made shots. You know, Hansborough was terrific. And Hansborough made big shots down the stretch. St. John's game, Hardy made big plays down the stretch. You have to make big plays against them. You know, it's a 2-point game. They come down and hit a 3. Pitt comes down and hits a 3. St. John's is down by 1, and Hardy scores at the buzzer. You know, I mean, all their games have been the games that they've lost, other than the Tennessee game, have been really close. And Tennessee just, you know, they made every shot. And you're going to run into that once in a while.
Kind of saying that you have to beat them when they're not going to beat themselves.
No, they don't beat themselves. You know, I think they've got a bunch that's, you know, when they need to make free throws, they're not a great free throw shooting team, but when they need to make free throws, they make them. They're not a great perimeter shooting team, but when you'll watch when they have to have a perimeter shot, they make them. You know, they made a couple perimeter shots against us at the end of the game a year ago that they hadn't made really, you know, all year. And that's you know, they've done that for a while. You know, much like we did for a while.